Today we're taking a look at the freshest monkey of them all. What's his name? Agent Carter. What is a fresh monkey? I don't know, but Fresh Monkey Fiction makes this guy, and it's from the guys over at the Big Bad Workshop as well too. From the Fresh Monkeys, it says. So, in case you were confused, that's why he's a fresh monkey. Yes, this is Whatcha Figure. Welcome back to the channel. I am Country Boy, and we are taking a look at Agent Carter from the Fresh Monkeys. I opened one other figure from the Fresh Monkey Fiction guys, coupled with the Big Bad Workshop guys. That was Chatsworth. He was awesome. He's a big Sasquatch dude with a big old gun. Awesome. Really loved it. And so when I saw they had a monkey dude, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll have to get that, because I am a sucker when it comes to monkeys, apes, primates, simians, big hairy bipedal creatures. You know it, you love it, I love it. So when I saw they had a monkey in a suit, looks like James Bond basically, with a patch, with an eye patch, this guy looks just cool. I was like, yeah, I will try this guy out, because if it's anything like their Sasquatch Chatsworth dude, I am gonna be on board. I like the quality of that guy, I like the details of that guy. And so to get that in like a smaller form with a James Bond monkey man, totally piqued my interest. I'm definitely here for that. But before we get to looking at him, let's get to looking at his packaging. And looking at the packaging, there is a more simplistic design. It's a box, big window packaging. You got an image of Agent Carter right in the front there in a cartoonish form, holding a gun with an eye patch. So cool. Over to the side there, it says The Fresh Monkeys. So it almost sounds like a band name when you look at that. The Fresh Monkeys, like the Monkeys. You know, hey, we're the Monkeys. People say we monkey. You know the song. I don't want to talk about the whole song, but you know, that's what it reminds me. It's a band, but I think it's supposed to be like a secret organization, like the CIA, which is very secretive, I guess. But like maybe like James Bond, you know, all that stuff. I think that's what the idea is. The Fresh Monkeys, I think they're a secret organization. And this guy is either like the leader, or he's, you know, if I just go to the back here, maybe I can just read about it. So yeah, go ahead and read the back. Maybe it'll tell you about Agent Carter. I didn't read about it just yet. So what I'm saying right now could be a whole bunch of hogwash and completely wrong. Maybe these are the bad guys. I don't even know. But go ahead and read that if you want to. And then you go to this side, you see another image of Agent Carter right there, looking really cool with his gun. He's got to be a good guy, right? He's a James Bond type. He's got to be. That makes the most sense. Fresh Monkey on the bottom logo. And then at the top there, we can see the Fresh Monkeys again, and Big Bad Toy Store is where you can buy this guy from, which is where I got him from, obviously. And then you go to the bottom, not a whole lot going on there, just a bunch of gobbledygook. It doesn't say on the bottom who's involved with making this figure, but I just noticed at the back, it does actually say who is involved with this figure. So it says 3D renders, Adrian Melton, artwork, Riley Brown, packaging and design by Joe Amaro. But it's cool, I like that they actually give credit for the guys that are responsible for making this figure. So NECA does that, some other companies do that as well too. So that is really cool. Give the credit to the guys that deserve it. So that's gonna do it for the packaging. Next, there's nothing left to do but to get into the packaging. And while we got him out of the packaging, this is Agent Carter. He's a kind of more basic figure. It's like a guy in a suit basically, but they gave him a monkey head or a chimpanzee head, whatever kind of head this is, a simian head, with some gloves and stuff like that. But before we get to looking at him too much, let's look at some of his accessories, and that is where the surprise came. I didn't know there was gonna be this many accessories that came with this guy. So starting with his accessories, he comes with this base right here, so you can get him on a peg stand right here. So you got the holes in the foot, you put him on these pegs, and that way he'll stand just that much easier, obviously. So that's appreciated when you get an extra stand. It just says the Fresh Monkeys on there, part of their organization, I suppose. Very basic, but it's nice to have that come with the character, that maybe he doesn't stand so well because he got these, you know, these heeled shoes, so maybe he doesn't stand as easily. And then he also comes with, obviously, a gun. If you're gonna have like a secret agent, you gotta have yourself a gun, and he's got it's got a silencer on it, and the silencer, I just realized in real time that silencer actually comes off if you want it to. That is so cool. I did not know that happened. So he has a gun and a silencer, which literally they came together like that. I thought it was all one piece. They come apart. That is even extra details that I did not expect. So cool. But to go with that, there's also a blast effect right here that you can put on as well too. So you can have him shooting somebody with the blast effect and have it like trailing out, or it's like he just shot it and you have this smoke effect as well too. So you can put the smoke effect, have the smoke kind of like going out of the barrel, like, oh yeah, he just shot the gun and now it's trailing up. Looks so cool. That might be how I have him. That looks really badass that ways. But some other things, he's got his extra hands. So these hands here, which is kind of like just the neutral sort of reaching, grabbing, what have you. They're just kind of like this sort of hands. Not a whole lot going on, but they're gloved, so you don't get the fur effects or anything like that. He's wearing gloves. He doesn't want to leave any fingerprints, obviously. And then you have these trigger fingers as well too, or trigger hands, I should say. So you can put the gun on either hand, which is nice. You can give it left-handed, right-handed, whichever you want him to do. But what he has on him right now are just holding hands. So you can either keep those on there, have him holding something like something else that he comes with, which I'll show you in a second, or you can put those other hands as well too. No fists. But I don't know if you really need. Maybe he's not a punchy kind of guy. He might not need fists. But he also comes with this briefcase right here, which is kind of cool because it does open up, and the handle does also move as well too. So opening it up, you can see inside that there's maybe some pens, and it's all pre-sculpted in here. It doesn't come out, but there's like some pens. There's maybe like a pocket book and maybe a phone or something. But there's also some inserts that you can put in here as well too. Like if you want, there's these secret files, some classified documents. So that's kind of neat to have these files. You can either put it in the briefcase, or you can maybe have him holding them. Or he also has this stack of cash, because maybe he's got to do a drop somewhere. He's got to meet some bad guys or some bad dealings and all that stuff, and you got to put some money inside the briefcase and make it look like a big stack of cash. That's awesome that you got that. Or you got this extra insert as well too. Comes with a couple of passports, some bullets, some money. It looks like a Nokia phone as well too. Really cool that it's got all this extra little detail, these things that you can put inside your briefcase if you want to. But not to be done. We are not quite finished here because he's got one more accessory, and because he is a monkey, sometimes he gets hungry. You gotta have himself a little banana. So it's just very, very simple, very little detail. Just the shape of a banana, straight yellow. So it's ripe, it's good to eat. He's ready to eat it. It is just a banana, a simple banana. But that'll do it for the accessories. Let's get to looking at Agent Carter himself. Like I said, he's a more basic looking guy. It is pretty much a man in a suit, like a white dapper suit, but with a monkey head. He looks dapper AF, and I like the way he looks. He's got a cool patch. He's got definitely a monkey face, got big monkey ears, furry, but just black gloves on, black pants, white suit, black tie. Simple, looks elegant, looks amazing. He can go to the ball, he could go ahead and assassinate some guy, whatever you want him to do. He's definitely got that James Bond type feel. Looking at him, let's see what kind of articulation we get out of this guy. So the head does have really good movement. He's got a good neck and good head movement, forward and back, really good. Forward and back, and then you can spin the head all the way around as well too. Really good that ways as well. Side to side, perfectly done. And then the arms go up really well too, like over 90 degrees. That's a really good movement. No butterfly joint, but he doesn't really need it because he's got so much movement in there. It's fantastically done. And then you can also spin it all the way around. You've also got yourself a bicep swivel in there, which is awesome. Got yourself some double jointed elbows, so you can go ahead and scratch his own face or pick ticks off of his hair, because monkeys tend to get ticks and bugs inside their hair, so he can do that to himself. He's got a good swivel of the wrists and forward and back. Not too bad. Actually, you know what? On these hands, it's an up and down, not a forward and back movement. But then looking at his ab crunch, he does have a bit of an ab crunch. It's a little bit hindered by his suit. It is a flexible suit though, which is nice. It's not like a totally static. It's got like a softer plastic, almost rubbery feel to it, this suit. But it does hinder his ab crunch and waist swivel a little bit. But it is there. You can actually see the ab crunch in there and some movement. So it's not bad. It is going to hinder it. And then the legs go out like that. Not a whole bunch. You're not going to get like a Van Damme split sort of thing going on, but you do have a good forward kick, which is really well done. And then the backwards, that's also a really good kick as well too. But you don't have like a drop down hip or anything. There's no thigh cut. He does have double jointed knees though, which is also really well done. No boot cut down below. He does have a good rocker on the ankles, but you're also going to be hindered by his movement there because of the cuffs of his pants. So your ballerina pose is going to be very minimal, and up is also very minimal. So it's good that you have that rocker because you can have a little bit more movement that ways. But as a monkey, you think you'd have a little more mobility, you think that they're really agile, they're climbing trees all the time, they're doing flips and hanging from stuff. But also another thing, he doesn't have a tail, which is a monkey thing. Am I not right about that? Pretty sure monkeys all have tails, and that's what separates them from apes. Apes are usually bigger and don't have tails, whereas monkeys are usually smaller and do have tails. So is he really an ape or a monkey? I don't know. But you know what? Even if he doesn't have a tail, I think calling him the Fresh Monkeys is maybe just a name. Maybe some of the other guys in the crew do have tails. Or maybe he does have a tail and he just, you know, puts it down his pant leg. He just hides it down there or something. Or he has it up his suit. We just don't see it. It would be nice to have, but it's not a necessary thing as well too. But that is going to do it for his articulation. Next, I'll do some comparing with some other figures that are kind of similar. Not quite in this line, but you know, adjacent, I would say. Hey, I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. And if you are, if you wouldn't mind, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that button on the side as well, the bell ding 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 there. Go ahead and do all that stuff. Also, leave some comments down below. I am CountryBoy_9, but I'm also known as CountryBoyNiner. A whole bunch of different places, like right here on YouTube where I unbox stuff, as you can see. But I'm also on like Twitter or X. I'm also on Instagram and Letterboxd, and a bunch of different places. A couple of those different names that I just said. Check me out. I'm somewhere. You'll find me. You'll love some stuff that I'm involved with. But I'm also on a couple of other channels with my friends. One's called Wasted Opinions, the other's called Mallard Matinee. Check out both of those channels. I have a blast with my friends, just talking all sorts of crazy stuff. So much fun. But without further ado, let's get back to Agent Carter. So comparison time, I'm gonna show you the Monkey King from the Four Horsemen's Figure Obscura line. This guy is really cool, lots of detail, totally different type of figure than this guy. But as you can see, he's a monkey and he has a tail, which makes me think maybe this guy's missing something. I'm not too sure. I could be wrong about that. Then I'll compare him to this guy right here, who I think is a little more in line, at least size-wise and, you know, quality-wise as well too. This is from the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. This is Pale. He is a primate warrior. And this guy is awesome. He's got so much articulation, so much detail. Love this guy. And I think that they paired kind of a totally different world. Like this guy is definitely more of like a modern world where he's like a secret agent. This guy is a warrior from like the gladiator days. And then the only other figure that I have from Fresh Monkey Fiction and Big Bad Workshop is this guy right here. So this is Chatsworth, basically Sasquatch with a big old minigun, and he is one of my favorite figures that I've opened this year so far. And I just wanted to get this guy kind of because I like the quality of this guy, and I wanted to see what other stuff they made. And I'm happy with the quality of this guy as well too. So you can see definitely size-wise, this guy's way bigger, and rightfully so, he should be. But the quality is still there. The quality is very similar, even if they're not similar type of characters at all. You can see that Fresh Monkey Fiction is doing an excellent job. So I might just have to pick up some more figures from those guys down the line. And I felt like I had to do this comparison, so I got Joe Fixit here, or Grey Hulk, in his white suit, like, you know, from the classic cover of the, I think it's Wolverine comic book, Wolverine and Hulk together, just looking dapper as heck. Got the same exact look as this guy right here. And not to be outdone, I also had to throw in Patch, who fits even more in line with this guy. And I like that he is taller than Patch, which is Wolverine, obviously, with just the eye patch on. And so they're wearing the exact same type of suit. They both have the eye patch over their eyes. So that is a perfect comparison, I thought, that I could think of. But, you know, looking at these, I almost want to put him with my Marvel Legends, because he'd fit so well with my Patch and my Joe Fixit. He just looks so much like those guys do. Definitely James Bond-esque. But hey, I am really liking this guy. I might have to see what other Fresh Monkeys, the Fresh Monkey Fiction guys, make in the future. Because if it's anything like Agent Carter, which, by the way, Agent Carter, I mean, you probably could have come up with a different name than that, because there is an Agent Carter in the Marvel world. You know, you got Peggy Carter, who's an agent, Agent Carter. Strange that they would go with that name. They could have made up something else. And you know, when I think of him too, kind of avoid. I think Sean Connery type of accent. Agent Carter here. I got my gun and I'm going to take out the bad guys. Everybody, get out of my way. Is that not what he would sound like? That is 100%. Just dropped his briefcase. So he doesn't have the snuggest grip on his briefcase when you put him in his hands, apparently. So there's that. So watch out for that you don't drop your briefcase. And speaking of the briefcase, also another thing is he does have a bit of, it's loose. The opening and closing of it is very loose. I did kind of put some tape on the back just to make sure it doesn't like open up all the time. His briefcase was constantly like falling open and things are falling out of it. I taped up a little bit in the back there. So there's some things that could do some tweaking. Not terrible things, but you know, I would like that this briefcase had a better shut, that it would be able to seal itself better. It's not the end of the world or anything like that, but it would be nice if I didn't have to tape up the back of it. But that is gonna do it for Agent Carter. I think this guy is awesome. I think he did an awesome job. And like I said, I can't wait to see what other fresh monkeys come out from this line. Fresh Monkey Fiction is doing an awesome job. This is basically Marvel Legends caliber type of figures, as far as I'm concerned. This is Hasbro quality that I'm getting, and they're having more fun with their stuff, I think, than Hasbro's doing with theirs. But that'll do it for this review. I had a blast. For now, I am Country Boy, and I put the sass in Sarsaparilla. But as always, be sure to let me know what you figure. Hungry. You want a banana? There you go. There you go. I hope you like your banana. Oh, nom, 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 nom. Thank you for the banana there, Country Boy. I really appreciate it. Oh, well, I'm happy to oblige. Oh, hey, if you liked this video, then maybe you'll like some other videos on my channel as well, too. I was just playing with Agent Carter. This guy is so fun. But I do have some other figures on my channel you just might like. Maybe you want to check out these videos, or maybe you want to check out those videos. Go ahead and click on something. I'm sure you'll find something that you like. You just never know what might tickle your fancy.